Have you ever looked around your home, the one you've lived in for years, and thought, I love it here, but I don't know how much longer I can manage? Maybe getting out of bed is a little slower than it used to be. Or the stairs feel like climbing a mountain. Or maybe, just maybe, someone close to you, maybe a child or a well-meaning friend, has gently brought up the idea of moving to a nursing home. And suddenly, that cozy place you call home starts to feel like a ticking clock, counting down to the day you leave it behind. But let me tell you something straight from the heart. Just because things are getting harder doesn't mean you have to pack up your memories and move into a facility. Growing older doesn't mean giving up control over your life. It simply means learning how to do things a little differently, smarter, not harder. The idea that as soon as we can't fully take care of ourselves, the only option is a nursing home, that's a myth. A big one. And sadly, it's one that too many people believe. But you don't have to. There are so many ways to stay in your home longer, stay independent longer, and keep living your life on your terms. That's what we're here to talk about today. I'm not here to say nursing homes are bad. For some people, in some situations, they are the right choice. But for many, especially those who still value their independence, their space, and their routine, there are better, more empowering options. You just need to know what they are and how to make them work for you. Let's start by getting real. Aging is not easy. We lose muscle. We get tired quicker. Our joints complain louder. The house that once felt manageable can start to feel like it's twice the size. Simple things like cooking, bathing, or even walking from the living room to the kitchen can start to feel like real challenges. That's the truth. But here's another truth. You don't have to face those challenges alone, and you don't have to face them by giving up your home and freedom. One of the most powerful things you can do is to shift the way you think about help. Getting help doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're smart. It means you care enough about your life, your space, and your independence to get the support you need to keep living the way you want. Take home care, for example. These days, you can find reliable, trained caregivers who can come to your home, on your schedule, and help with the things that are getting tough. Whether it's preparing meals, helping with bathing or dressing, or just being there to assist with mobility, they allow you to stay where you feel most comfortable while still getting the support you need. You don't have to give up your favorite chair, your morning routine, or the kitchen that smells like your famous soup. You just get a helping hand so you can keep doing what matters most. And it's not just about caregivers. Technology today is truly a gift for aging at home. Simple tools like voice-activated assistants, fall detection sensors, medication reminders, and even remote check-ins from your family can give you an incredible safety net, all while allowing you to live exactly where you are. Imagine being able to say, Alexa, turn on the lights, or call my daughter, without lifting a finger. These little things add up to big independence. Then there's your home itself. Sometimes, just a few simple changes can turn a difficult space into a safe, easy-to-navigate haven. Adding grab bars in the bathroom, replacing rugs that slip, getting a raised toilet seat, or using a walker to ease the pressure on your knees, these aren't signs of weakness. They're smart adjustments. They're signs of someone who's determined to keep going, not someone who's giving up. But I know, sometimes, it's not the physical stuff that's the hardest. Sometimes, it's the feeling that we're becoming a burden. That's one of the biggest reasons people give up their independence too soon. They think, I don't want to make my kids worry, or I don't want to ask for too much. But let me ask you this, if your child or your friend were in your shoes, wouldn't you want them to speak up? Wouldn't you want them to find a way to stay safe and happy in the place they love? Here's the truth, the people who love you don't want to see you vanish into a place that makes you feel small. They want to see you thrive. They want to see you happy. And believe me, the happiness and peace you feel from staying in your own home, surrounded by your own memories, is worth fighting for. I've met people in their 80s and 90s who thought they had no other option but to move into a facility. But once they explored a few new supports, like home care, a weekly cleaner, or assistive devices, they realized they didn't need to go anywhere. They just needed a new way to live in the place they already loved. And let's not forget one of the most powerful tools you have, community. Whether it's your church group, a neighbor you trust, or a friend you can call for help with groceries, reaching out doesn't make you less independent. It makes you part of something bigger. Something that lifts you up. So if you've been wondering whether it's time to let go of your home, I invite you to stop and take a deep breath. Think about what really matters to you. Think about the life you still want to live. Not the life you had 20 years ago, but the life that still brings you joy, comfort, and peace today. You're not stuck. You're not helpless. You're not done. You have options. And as long as you're willing to ask for help, make small changes, and stay open to new tools and ideas, you can stay right where you are, strong, safe, and surrounded by the life you've built. Let's keep going, because there's more to talk about when it comes to staying independent, even when life gets tough. Watching and feel that these insights are meaningful. Please type number 2 in the comments to let me know you're still with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I warmly invite you to do so, and don't forget to turn on the bell, so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos designed to uplift, inform, and inspire. Your support truly means a lot. It's what keeps us going and allows us to continue sharing thoughtful, helpful content just for you. Now, let's continue this journey together. I want to tell you something important now. Just because certain things feel harder than they used to, doesn't mean you've lost your independence. You see, aging doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you have to find smarter, gentler ways to do things. That's all. And when those everyday tasks, like cooking, bathing, or getting around, start feeling like a mountain to climb, the answer isn't always to pack up and move into a nursing home. Sometimes, all you need is a little creativity and the right kind of help. Let's talk about something that's often overlooked but makes a massive difference: modifying your home. Most homes were built with younger, able-bodied folks in mind: stairs, slippery bathrooms, hard-to-reach cupboards. But small changes can turn your home into a much safer, easier place to live without sacrificing your comfort or freedom. Grab bars in the shower, non-slip rugs, brighter lights, a walker or a cane with a good grip, even a seat in the shower so you don't have to stand too long. These aren't signs of weakness. They're tools of independence. You wouldn't drive a car without a seatbelt, right? This is no different. These little helpers don't make you less capable, they help you stay capable. And when your home fits your needs, you stop feeling like a visitor in your own space. You start feeling safe again. In control. And that kind of peace is worth more than gold. Now, you might be thinking, that all sounds nice, but I still need help with certain things. I can't do it all alone. And you're right. No one can, or should, do it all alone. But here's the thing, there are ways to get help without giving up your independence. There's a whole world of in-home support available these days. From part-time caregivers to meal delivery services, even apps that remind you to take your medication. You can get help that comes to you, on your terms, in your home. Hiring someone to come in a few hours a week to help with cleaning, cooking, or bathing is not admitting defeat. It's taking charge of your life. It's saying, I want to stay in my home, but I need some support to do that. There's dignity in that. There's wisdom in that. And you'd be surprised at how much easier life feels when you aren't burning all your energy on chores. When your body isn't fighting to keep up, your mind has more room to relax, to enjoy, to laugh again. Maybe you can finally take up that hobby you've been putting off. Read that book. Sit in the garden. Or just take a nap in your favorite chair knowing everything's handled. Another powerful thing you can do? Build a circle around you. No, I don't mean a big social life filled with parties and visits every day. That's not everyone's style. I mean having a handful of people you trust. People who check in. Maybe it's a neighbor, a cousin, a friend from church. Maybe it's someone you used to work with. Or even a kind young person who lives nearby and runs errands for you once a week. Relationships don't have to be loud or complicated to be meaningful. A 10-minute chat, a warm smile, someone who remembers your favorite snack, those moments remind you that you're still part of the world. still loved, still seen. And let me say this, asking for help does not make you a burden. Read that again. You are not a burden. You are a human being who has spent a lifetime giving, working, supporting, and caring. Now it's your turn to receive. That's not weakness. That's the natural rhythm of life. If you're thinking, but my family is busy, or I don't want to bother anyone, take a deep breath and know this: people want to help. They just don't always know how. When you let them in, when you say, "Hey, could you help me get groceries this week? Or would you mind coming by on Saturday to fix that light?" You're giving them a chance to love you, to feel useful. You're keeping the connection alive. That connection might just be what keeps both of you going. Sometimes, just having someone to share tea with can do more good than a dozen medications. Loneliness ages us faster than time. But connection? That's the real secret to staying young at heart. Now, some people tell me, but what if something happens? What if I fall? What if I forget to turn off the stove? That fear is real. I hear you. But there are ways to deal with those worries without leaving your home behind. There are alert systems you can wear around your neck or wrist. If something happens, you push a button and help is on the way. You can get smoke detectors that call your phone. You can install cameras at your door so you know who's knocking. Smart lights you can turn off with your voice. Even medication organizers that beep when it's time to take your pills. Technology isn't just for young people anymore. It's for you, too. And it's getting better, simpler, and more affordable every year. You can stay safe, stay comfortable, and stay in your own space without sacrificing your peace of mind. The truth is, your home can grow with you. You don't have to leave behind your memories, your favorite corner by the window, or the way your kitchen smells in the morning. You can age in place, with grace, dignity, and joy. You've built a life. You've earned your comfort. You've earned the right to decide how and where you want to live. And with the right tools, the right help, and a little bit of planning, staying in your home, your way, is absolutely possible. Now let's talk about the final, and perhaps most important, part. Believing in yourself. I know that as we age, things start to change. Your body may not be what it used to be. Your memory might slip here and there. Some days, everything feels just a bit harder. But you know what? That doesn't mean you've lost your value. In fact, I believe it means your value has only grown, because with age comes wisdom, experience, and a kind of quiet strength that no one can teach. Think back to your younger years. I'm sure there were moments when you thought, how am I going to get through this? But you did. You pushed through. You kept going. And now, as you face a new set of challenges, needing help, slowing down, adapting your life, that same strength is still inside you. The world often tries to tell us that needing help means we've failed somehow. That if we can't do everything ourselves, we're less independent or somehow less ourselves. But that's simply not true. You don't need to do everything to still be a whole, worthy human being. Your value isn't measured by how far you can walk or how many stairs you can climb. It's in your heart, in your stories, in your presence, in the kindness you show others, and in the life you've lived and continue to live. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to show them you're still strong. If you need a shower chair, that's not weakness. It's wisdom. If you hire someone to clean the house twice a week, that's not laziness. That's self-care. You're not giving up your independence. You're learning how to protect it. Sometimes people ask me, but what if one day I truly can't take care of myself anymore? That's a real and important question. And the answer isn't always a nursing home. There are more options now than ever before. There's 24/7 in-home care services. There are co-living homes, where a few seniors live together and support each other while keeping their independence. There are adult day programs, home health aides, and community-based care that lets you stay in your home longer. And most importantly, there are people. family, friends, neighbors, communities who can step in with the right planning and communication. Of course, there are times when a nursing home is the right choice, when medical care is needed constantly or home becomes truly unsafe. But it should never be the first and only option. A nursing home isn't a life sentence, and it isn't your only path. You can start preparing now. You don't have to wait for a crisis. Make a plan. Write down what matters to you, where you want to live, what kind of care you'd accept, who should help you, and what limits you'd like to set. Talk to your family about it. The earlier you do, the more empowered you'll feel. And here's the beautiful part. When you choose to believe that your life still has meaning, even with age, even with limitations, you'll inspire everyone around you. Your children, your friends, even strangers. They'll see that aging doesn't mean disappearing. It means living differently, more gently, more wisely, more intentionally. You can wake up and smile at the flowers outside your window. You can cook a simple meal that warms the soul. You can pick up the phone and reconnect with an old friend. You can write in a journal, say a prayer, or just sit in stillness. And you can breathe out and know, I am still here. I am still me. So the next time someone suggests a nursing home just because you're older or need help, you can gently say, I still have a life to live. I still have a home I love. And I will find a way to stay where I belong. Aging doesn't take away your value, it just asks you to live a little slower, a little softer, and a little smarter. And you're more than capable of doing that, on your own terms. Thank you for spending time with us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned from this video, and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your insights mean a lot to us and give us the motivation to keep spreading positivity and practical advice. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Your support truly helps us continue creating meaningful content that informs, inspires, and uplifts. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.